Peacekeepers are lit. I actually like some of the Peacekeepers the best. They're all going to be tatted up, aren't they? Because the Peacekeepers are supposed to be, like, kind of the military force. Not really. As the name suggests, they're kind of supposed to be, like, really brawlic, like, defenders of the Dragon Realm who, you know, not really doing too well, good of a job since Nasty pretty much took them all out instantly. Alright. Titan.
Welcome to Peacekeepers.
Look at this.
Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Now, in this world, the enemies in the overworld will actually try to attack you. We're not on that silly shit anymore. They will actually try to mess you up. Look at the black tar. Nice. I'm just half taking in the visuals, truthfully, because a lot of this is basically somewhat new to me. Because it looks great. Where's the other cannon? So, I wonder if the cannon guys still legitimately don't attack you. Yeah, I think they would just be comfortable just literally turning in place and doing nothing forever with you. So before I go to Dry Canyon, because I don't really have a favorite level here. I wonder, do these guys still show you their ass? Yeah, they do. What the fuck? He kept that. That's nice. Good. All right. They were more yellow in the original, I think. They were like a really like pea green color. Oh, I love these. I'm really surprised they never brought those back. The gems stuck in the oh shit. The gems stuck in the, what are they called? The tops, I guess? The really weird things. They never brought those back. Kind of weird because I actually like them. They're one of my probably my favorite gem thing to bust open. Oh, nothing
in there. Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterfly.
Nice. That guy's like a sumo wrestler, I guess. He's a thick boy. Oh, wow, there's another lock chest there, I guess. It's kind of crazy how much a new coat of paint completely changes everything. Because in my mind's eye, I still remember a lot of this level. I don't remember the second one being locked, though. Actually, you know what? I do remember this. It just looks infinitely different. They do have a $400 Spyro statue that I was thinking about getting, and then I was like, but wait a minute, that's $400. That's not even remotely worth it on any level. Unfortunately, I'm not super rich. Oh lord, I actually had a heart attack there, because I'm not used to it. Well, you have to jump here. I don't think there's anything back here. I like how the portals have actual gas coming out of them. Ooh, that was like an invisible wall for a second. So I think the gimmick of this stage... I mean, yeah, there's a thief over here at the Oasis. Oh, Lord. Pretty sure you can just do that. Yeah, you're fine. I'd rather sack the hit there just to not have to do that, because that's something that's so tight I can't even rotate the camera and do that.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
But yeah, the whole gimmick of this stage is that you have to do that, and then jump on this little archway over here. to actually get into... Well, I'm pretty screwed. You have to get into that one little cavern hole. Well, unfortunately, I'm really bad at gliding in this version. Mostly because it just feels very weird. I can sympathize with the Crash people. I really do feel like they messed with the jump. Not that it's awful. It's just very different. It's like to get the full jump, you have to... You don't maintain max height, I don't think, for nearly as long. Which is what's really screwing me up. You kind of only maintain it for, I want to say, maybe like half a second longer. Thankfully, all the little fodder around the area responds, because otherwise I would not be able to make this jump infinitely. What? Oh, yeah, they do have the butterflies. Nice. He didn't even eat it. It just was in front of his face. So, yeah, they did add those. It seems like they're rarer, though, in this game. Thank you. Would not want to collect all this by myself, that's for certain. I think the remaining gems I missed are down by the ice caves level. Really? The frost caves? I forget what it's called. That's also another weird level. That has like a lot of like intricate platforming you have to do to be able to like get those last couple of gems, I think, in the center. Yeah, we'll do Ice Cavern now then. I'm pretty sure I just completed that level. I think that was the only thing left to do. But yeah, I don't think you maintain your max height as long in this game. I feel like they lowered that. Probably because there's an actual physics engine in this game, and it's not just, you know, weird stuff happening just to happen. You probably start to experience falling much sooner. Because you definitely do not hold it nearly as long as you used to. I don't want to say should, but definitely not as long as you used to. Well, if we're going by the scope of a remake, it absolutely would be should. I actually really like the music of this level. There's a certain way they made Spyro 1 that's very different from the sequels. Oh yeah, the bats aren't enemies. The bats are good people, good folk. Alright. You gotta be wearing like snow gear. Oh no, never mind.
Word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, they're repetitive in what they say, but again, it's a kid's game, right? So it's like they want to make sure that... Because you can basically get by most enemies in this game without actually fighting any. And there's a bare minimum you need to meet for most things, and as long as you meet it, you could skip everything else. Some of these enemies, there's really no reason to fight them. So usually if you run by something, it's too slow to hit you anyway. That's only if you're trying to run by it, like, period. There are some enemies that are pretty quick, though. So, I think you're supposed to jump from here to get to that platform. I think there's another platform somewhere else you're supposed to jump to. But yeah, the whole gotcha is that you basically have to repeat the level. Because the key is only after you jump off the ledge. You can't get the key any sooner than that. Now you see, this is the kind of remake I like playing. This is giving me a lot of throwbacks to when I played the Resident Evil remake when I was a kid. Because the Resident Evil remake had a lot of like intricate details, but you could tell that at the heart of it, they still really liked the game and they knew what they were trying to remake. This is probably like one of the most spot-on remakes I could probably talk about because I actually played the original game so much as a kid. This is pretty much point for point. It's pretty much guaranteed. The only thing that's different is obviously the physics, but I mean that's because there is a physics engine. Like you actually slide off stuff now instead of like weirdly like docking with it, for lack of a better word. Because really the only way I could even consider it is you are basically docking in some cases in the original.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
Leaving. Clearly. Oh, I love this. I love it. Yep. The most gruesome part of the whole game is you knock dudes in the water with heavy armor. Where'd this guy go? Oh, there it is. So how quickly does he hit you? Nope, you can still beat him out. One thing I do give them credit for in the original is even if it, like gems, I've never had a gem get stuck in a place I could not collect it. I'm not saying it's impossible. Oh, nice, it will account for height. But I've never had a gem get stuck in a place I could not get to it from. And it didn't, like, auto-collect itself. So I think they were pretty good with that. Triathlon, man. I don't know what these trophies are. I'm just playing the game like I used to when I was a kid. So I guess defeat enough enemies or move enough? I don't know. Probably defeat the skiers, I guess. I like how the bats look like they're attacking you.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
I honestly wonder when we get to the dragons that literally have nothing to say, and besides thank you for releasing me, how they're going to handle that. Because there are a bunch of dragons in the original game that all they have to say is thank you for releasing me when you actually do free them. They don't have anything else to say. Like, there is no dialogue for them, pretty much. And I think they're not all voiced by the same person, but they are mostly pretty much voiced by the same, like, 2 or 3 guys.
Thank you for releasing me.
As soon as I said it, look. Alright, well, they kept that the same. They didn't add anything extra. Not that, I guess, there's really anything else for them to add, like lore or anything. I mean, Spyro already has a very loose continuity. Of anything, I guess the only thing I would say is maybe, like, I wouldn't even be opposed to them remaking some of the other Spyro games, although, honestly, these are the big 3, to be truthful. Like, Season of Ice and Season of Flame weren't bad. They were just, you know, GBA games. And that's not to say that they're bad. It's just that they don't have the same tender love and care that these games have, just by virtue of them being 3D. Like, those other games were isometric, but I remember having a lot of fun playing Ice when I was a kid. I actually own them still. I would totally not mind them dropping those as, like, a light remake.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
He gave a wink. I like that. He gave a little wink there, but why does he have, like, angel wings? It's real weird. He's, like, the only dragon that doesn't have normal wings. You gotta get that wink as, like, a GIF, to be truthful. Come on, open it. I don't think you can skip the opening anymore. Right? Can you just leave the level? Exit. Exit. Yeah, I think you should. I think you can. I forget how you get those extra lives. I think you might have to go from the beginning of the stage and glide around. I think that's how you get them. I do not ever remember figuring out how to get them. I think I might have did it like once. But again, lives aren't really that big of an issue in this game, especially if they're going to give you the life butterflies for pretty much just showing up. Alright, we'll do Clifftown or Dry Canyon. Let's do Dry Canyon since it's all the way out there. And then we'll come back, we'll do Clifftown. Now, I remember Dry Canyon has that one part that you need to glide. You basically have to do like a blind glide around the central pillar of the area to get to, I think, like a dragon or a lockbox. But other than that, like, I remember this level basically because it's like a double-decker. Like, there's a lower level and then there's an upper level. Also, it has good music. I mean, you can say that about pretty much every level. Oh, nice. They actually made it look like they live here. Now, if I remember, there's a thief you can around one of these. You can, like, run around it. You're supposed to, like, chase them infinitely around them. Okay. Yeah. I'm not really sure how effective those blasters are. What? I got stopped by a cactus. Damn! I love this game, man. This is honestly one of the best remakes I've ever played. Yo, Activision, you mean to tell me you could always drop hot fire like this? Why the hell? What took you so long?
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Alright, well, thank you for releasing these. It's like a permanent meme in the back of my head. Because even as a kid, I was like, wow, that's all they had to say. Can't even see the projectile. There's so much smoke that comes out. Oh shit, can't charge him. We are finally at that mythical anointed day where rolling is actually very effective. See, I'm going to be kind of salty if rolling is not in Spyro 2 and 3 now that they have enough buttons on the controller. Well, they always technically did. Because it actually would be really helpful in Spyro 3 with a lot of things. But I haven't looked it up. I'm going to figure it out when I get to Spyro 2.
Is that you, Spyro?
Really loves his
You
bomb.
the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
Oh, okay. Well, they missed anyway. They would have absolutely hit me in the original. So yeah, just weird quirks actually start to happen, I guess. It's one of those things. Because I did play, what was it? The Crash Bandicoot Remaster? Yeah, I played Warped. I know I definitely played Warped. Because I 100%ed Warped. Because that was the one I had as a kid. I got the platinum on that. I've been getting platinums lately for really no reason, actually. Hopefully that doesn't disappear. Like I said, at heart, I do like to completionist games I really like. So like Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Dead Space, stuff like that. I do like to fully complete games I really do like. He swings that a lot faster in this one. They didn't even play the sound effect. That's nice. They got a lot of good stuff in this. They got a lot of like little quips. Mostly sound effects, I think. I think they know that Spyro is cartoony, so they pretty much played that up to the max. Now these things never reappeared. Like the weird dynamite. Okay, apparently there's a bird over there. Yeah, I don't think that bird is supposed to come for me the way he did. Look, he came from over there. I don't think that he's supposed to do that. Now, I'm not going to go over there yet. I'm going to get the key first. Yeah, it seems like the birds are trying to track me through walls. That's not supposed to happen. You can tell that they're clearly proximity based.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was
Nope.
born to glide.
Can you even get to anything from here specifically? Oh yeah, over here. And what is it? You gotta like glide directly left along the cliff face? Yes. Maximus! Hey, he's a chubby boy.
Right, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Some of these voice actors sound really familiar. I really wonder if they are one the same as the wall. What the hell? There's an invisible wall there. That shouldn't be an invisible wall. That's kind of lame. And I do wonder if a lot of these voice actors are more or less the same, not only from the original, but where else have I heard a lot of them from? Obviously, we all know Tom Kenny. I mean, that's pretty much a freebie. After this, maybe I'll look in the options, because I do want to see, I want to check out a few things really quickly. See, I did run into an invisible wall earlier. I forget in what level. I think it might have been Town Square, and I was kind of like, oh, that's a little weird. That shouldn't really be an invisible wall. And that's like the first time it's actually like screwed me over a bit, where it looks like you should be able to go through something, but you can't. Not the worst thing to ever happen, but you know. Just barely made it. that's a pulse pounder, to say the least. So what do you get skill points from doing exactly? Let's see. Because skill points weren't in the original. Burn the hidden pink tulip. All bulls oh, you have to charge all the bulls. Okay. You have to beat Dr. Shemp perfectly. Oh, that's actually reasonably difficult. Defeat perfect. Does that just mean the boss fight or the whole level? Terrace Village, no electric floor damage. Burn the blue wizard hat. Destroy the hidden stump. High caves. Blowhard. Ride a druid platform for 10 seconds like a rodeo. Yeah, some of this is new. To say the least. Some of this, not all that is even anything I remember. I don't remember there being hidden paintings, because that's probably a new thing. Well, rather than it just being like burn X amount of Y, they actually made it like do things actually skillful, so that's going to be fun to attempt. Nicely and luckily, you can replay levels. All you have to do is leave them and re-enter, and you can leave at any time. Have a flawless boss fight. Dr. Shemp isn't too bad. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's like super easy and I'll 100% flawlessly beat him, but it's not that bad to try to perfect it. Pretty much as long as it's not like, oh, don't get hit by any of the little enemies before the boss fight. Maybe it only checks to see if you take damage from Dr. Shemp. I'm imagining that. It only checks to see, well, oh, you got hit by Dr. Shemp. So it would make sense, you know? Because some of the, like I said, some of the enemies are harder than the boss. As long as... Jeez, clipping. There you go. I just want to get the extra little orbs. I think this is one of the better worlds for farming because most of the enemies don't even do anything to you. Alright, well, Cliff Town. You know what they could do? They could remake, they could have in like 2 or 3 years have a Spyro the Something collection and remake Enter the Dragonfly into an actual playable video game. Enter the Dragonfly, and they could upgrade a Hero's Tale, and then they could, you know, nickel and dime us out of the little GBA games. I'd be down for that, because Enter the Dragonfly, why are we doing this big arch? Holy shit. Enter the Dragonfly isn't a bad idea, it's just awfully coded, it's terrible. That was the worst Christmas present I ever had. And not because, like, you know, oh, it was a terrible thing to get me. No, it's just unintentionally, like, they made an awful video game. It was an awful video game. Oh, look, it's not just a bunch of nothingness now. It's sand. Or, like, it kind of is sand. It's like, it's weird. They have, like, blobs below us. I guess it's a chasm. I remember this. If you eat this, the stuff comes out. Is it still like this weird... it actually kind of looks like something. Before it was like this weird, like, pink-purple goop that they would cook. I don't think the slaps hurt you from the women, though. Okay. Can you fall in these? I think you can, right? I don't know. I'm not going to try to perfectly position myself to do it. Oh, look, they have a Red Dead Redemption level in Spyro. I can get behind that. Oh, this guy's annoying. I remember this. You, like, have to, like, perfectly turn the corner so you don't, like, glitch off it. Got it. You can kind of do the charge flame, but I don't think you can, like, charge flame and then charge again. I don't think you can do that in this game. I think they removed that ability. We used to have some nice little toys that we could do. What? Okay. I'll just take that as I was slightly off in angle. Gotta be perfect, dude.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
What about using that gigantic hammer you have to literally crush them and give them internal bleeding? That is pretty crazy. They gave them, like, all weird kinds of stuff. Take this. I think almost every level has a free life. Now, Cliff Town is kind of like Stone Hills, in that it's another level that has, like, these weird borders at the edge. Because it has, like, this mountain. Oh, wow, you actually have to charge them from afar. You can't just walk up to them anymore. I messed that up. You know what it is? I think they, once you enter a certain range, they attack faster. They ready faster, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. So you actually have to, you can't just cheat them out anymore. You actually have to fight them normally. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. You have actual momentum on your charge, too. Okay, this is not the highest point in Cliff Town, but it's like one of the highest points, apparently. Enzo. More bird wings.
What's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Maybe it's just like accessories. It's really weird. Oh, I ain't gonna make that. Forget that. Nope. I am not about to make that jump. I have never felt like so incompetent in my platforming ability, like, ever. I think this is safe, right? There we go. More of the... Wait, what? He's not even paying attention. There's the little thing. When I was a kid, these little lizards reminded me of those that one dinosaur from Jurassic Park that eats what is his name? Dennis Nedry in the van. With the can of Barbasol. Oh no, I remember playing Jurassic Park, the video game. Oh, ugh. That was quite a game. And I used the term game pretty lightly, because it was almost not even a video game. What? Oh, okay. You actually have to jump to match them. Birds of a feather.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
How does he fly with those Meta Ridley wings? Seriously. You're supposed to... No, I think you're supposed to come from the other one. Yeah. Not supposed to fly from there. Some of the, like, weird customization on the dragons is a little bit interesting, because it's like, I don't know how he would legitimately fly with wings like that. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's the long range gliding I'm really bad at. This is not going too well. Okay. No, I already cleared that. So now that I opened up what is it? I open up the whirlwind, I don't need to go around the long way anymore. I wonder if we can get the one up to spawn. There we go. So it is worth it to flame every single little enemy you find now, just for the extra chance of getting a life. Which I wonder how much it is. Okay. Hard to believe this is actually real. It really does still feel like a dream come true. Oh, okay, these are clouds. It's weird. And it really is kind of weird that they apparently remade the other two Spyro games. That is legit a thing they did. Because it just feels so weird, I don't know. I didn't really see anything of Spyro 3. I was actually just playing Spyro 3 like about a month ago. I was streaming it pretty much for no reason, just to kill time. And I don't know, I always say that like Spyro 2 is my favorite, but Spyro 3 has like the right amount of diversity. Kind of a hard sell in my opinion, to really say which one does which the best. I think I didn't go to the upper platform over there. Yeah, no, I didn't. I think 1 has, like, the best, I guess, originality of it, which, because it's the first game, I think they did a lot of right stuff. I think 2 has probably, like, just the best supporting cast and the best feel, I guess. I know feel is a weird thing to even try to use and say. But I think 3 is the right diversity of mini-games and, like, meme references and whatnot. Because 3 has a lot of, like, stuff. I wouldn't, like, I don't expect... when I was 5, I didn't get the Terminator reference. And then I didn't get that. That's not something I was like, ah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? Great. Totally understand it. Ah, that's a Tomb Raider reference. Gotcha. What was the other ones? I think in the Tomb Raider level, Sheila specifically makes a reference to... Oh, yo, they coming to mob me. Holy shit. Alright. Sheila makes a reference to the platforming Days of Yore as like a direct reference to 2D like platforming. And immediately the first thing that she does is that stage is a platforming level. Like it's a 2D platformer. Let's do Dr. Shemp. Apparently I'm supposed to beat him perfectly. Which I probably will not be able to do without memorizing it a bit. Alright. Other than that, I remember this level because I think if you just run over here... Oh wow, they actually charge all the way to you. What he's supposed to do in the original is he's supposed to just run off the cliff. He's not supposed to actually home to you that much. Look at this. I love it. I know I shouldn't have let myself get hit, but I find that to be just hilarious. I'm sorry. I find that to be just ever hilarious. Yeah, you're not fooling me. I think they drop gems, right? They run over here? No? Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Apparently they just disappear. No. I gotta... Oh no, I gotta do this fucking thing. I remember this being super difficult when I was even now I find this one glide to be really particularly annoying. Oh, we're apparently under an eclipse for this level. I hate this one glide. Oh, I thought I didn't make it. I was actually about to try to bail. Alright, well I did it first try, so it clearly wasn't that bad. I don't remember where the lockbox is in this level. Well, I'm not going to try to go for the skill point yet.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing. He's
a sick dagger.
His back.
You know, you got all these dragons with, like, cool designs and stuff and cool weapons, and they didn't get to use any of them. Did they change him? Oh, wow, they did. He's supposed to spin in place. Nice buttocks. Good stuff. I thought he was supposed to spin in place. Or something like that. I have no clue what this is. I also am pretty sure the camera is supposed to focus on him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the camera focuses on him in the original, which makes it a little bit weird. Okay. Well, I did it anyway. You could just run away from him. He should have hit me with that spin, though. That, when he spun before and I jumped off the platform. I shouldn't have been able to dodge that. But I was able to. Again, that's something different. Nice. What's in the box for just unlocking this? I mean, not that that's even really that difficult. Yeah, so I guess the trophies aren't the same as the skill points. So I guess you're in luck if you're probably not going to be able to pull off most of the skill points like I'm trying to do. I might just do that just because I like the game so much, to be truthful. Well, now I gotta do another flying stage, which I'm not very good at. But yeah, basically the way you stick the bulls in, what's it called? In town squares, you just charge them. You don't flame them. Flaming defeats them, but if you charge them, they stay stuck on their horns, I think, until you go far enough away and they despawn. Or until you flame them and you defeat them normally. About to get our... Yep, there you go. New life, just for flaming a bunch of normal enemies in the overworld. And you can just do that over and over again. All you need to do is just enter a level. There's probably like a couple levels that have a lot of enemies that are really easy to defeat. Maybe something like Frost Cavern, was it? Ice Cavern. Okay, this one's pretty straightforward. Maybe we won't have to time skip like I had to do for the last one, because I messed that up so badly. I think it's Ring's treasure. It's not Ring's lamps, I don't think. I don't know why, I always found the first flight stage to be really weird. Oh! Oh! Came in a little too low there. Had a little danger close accident skirting the water. Go. Oh, I'm an idiot. Supposed to hang a left. And then you're supposed to hang a right. I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. I know exactly what to do. It's a left and then a right, not the other way around. But unlike the last one, well, now I'm gonna mess this up. I really dislike flying stages, especially the later. Not even Spyro 2s. I think Spyro 2s are easier, in my opinion. They're also the only level that in that game you can't swim in, because there's no swimming speedway stages. They love their racing challenges in a lot of these old PlayStation games, let me tell you. They loved it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to beat all three of these games like one game a day, I think, just so I don't burn myself out too quick. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna stream this game. I'm gonna get the platinums on all of them. I don't think that will be too particularly difficult. There you go. And no, I do not have speed levels committed to memory. What? Oh, come on! Fuck! I had it. I absolutely had it. It's because I hit something I shouldn't have hit. It's the worst feeling in the world. Yeah, there's got to be a faster way of doing these. I like how I did this flawlessly the first time around, and then now every other attempt has just been a complete catastrophe. But this one is very straightforward. I think I'll get it this time. It's just... Every other attempt I've done has been a complete colossal failure. That is quite extraordinary to be able to fail that much at basic stuff. How far did I get when I was streaming Spyro 3? I think I got basically up to, what was it? To Evening Lake. I basically... No, I think I beat the game, actually. Because in the later Spyros, what you can do is you can actually skip the final world, all the levels, if you've done more or less like a 100% run of the levels before it. You can pretty much skip it and say you don't want to do it. So that's kind of what I do. Like, that's what I do in Ripto's Rage. I've done that a few times, and this time I have it. What I do in Ripto's Rage is I'll skip some stuff. I'll do the first 2 worlds completely perfectly and clean them out. And then in the last 2 worlds, what I'll do... Or in the last world, I'll just straight go to Ripto, because you have enough orbs and enough treasure and everything to just go right to Ripto. You don't actually need to do anything else. You can just go right to the end of the game. Not that it gets you anything, because you still need to clear out all those worlds to gain access to Dragon Shores, pretty much. I forget if you need 100% of everything, or like some really high threshold. But it's all the same irregardless. You can't, like, do anything else anyway. It's just like, oh, if you want to finish the game, you gotta, you know, sort of min-max that. Can you destroy the tents with the cannon? I think you can, right? Doesn't it, like, completely blow them away, too? Yeah. Oh, no, it burns it away. You kidding? Oh, shoot the moon. Yeah, I remember you could do that in the PS1. I was like, why would you be able to blow them up like that?
Fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're
I think
ready.
you can do that, right? I remember it doing like this wacky sound effect and it like makes them fly away. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. I can't totally recollect that. I actually thought you had to burn the tent first, though, for it to be able to hit them. That's something worth looking into, because I never remember doing that too much.